Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2 and I'm back again with another book review. This book is by, that doesn't really say who this is by. It doesn't say who the author is. That's really weird. I guess it would be the Countess of Carnarvon herself, Catherine. Maybe somebody that inherited Downton, but Downton is an alter ego. This is the true story. Downton is based on Catherine's life, and she met Porchy at a ball in 1922 during the very beginning of what was considered the Roaring Twenties, and it was a very interesting era in time because, and I knew about this, a lot of history buffs do, but some people don't really acknowledge it. This is very fascinating, but 1922 was a time of liberation for women because you had the suffragettes and 21st Amendment was coming into view. So yeah, it was it was a really big deal, and they felt like they were entitled to basically live their lives like men in sexual conquest. But it was still very much taboo at that time, especially in Britain, and it's extremely intriguing. She touches on that, but she doesn't delve into it. But she talks about how she met Porchy and how they fell in love, and the Great War occurred, and she found herself hosting parties and these grand events for people she didn't know, and it was very daunting even with the staff that she had. But it's a very, very interesting book. If you're like me and you love England and you adore Downton, then you have to read this book because there's so many things that are very, very fascinating about it, especially just the people that she got a chance to mingle with, like Adele Astaire. And I didn't even know that Fred had a sister, because we really don't hear that much about Adele. And apparently she was just as talented as Fred was, and she was very charming and very popular, and Porchy seemed to have this infatuation with her. He fell in love with somebody. They had a divorce, Catherine and Porchy did, later on in life, and he fell in love with somebody else. I think that Catherine did as well, but if you go to Downton, her picture's still in her sitting room, so that's a testament to her, her enthralling capability. Everybody that met her, they were completely enchanted and entranced by her. She had this magic about her, I guess. Very mysterious, mystical spirit, I suppose. And as you can tell, she was just a gorgeous woman. She was just downright fantastic, and she was quite the bombshell. Yeah, that painting on the front of the book is actually the one that's in the sitting room. And Downton itself, I forget who I don't think it says, maybe it did, I don't really recall, but people that inherit it now, the television show actually made it popular. The people, you can go, I want to go so bad, you have no idea. But it is just a testament to the time. And I don't think that there are houses like Downton anymore. But there are people who have Highclere now who keep it. And it just is an old-fashioned way that died out. I don't think it's still in practice. I know that there are some nouveau rich people who do have maids and servants and whatnot, and I don't know if they use a bell system. They may. I don't know, because I really have no idea how the 1% of the other half lives, because I'm lower middle class. But yes, there was a division. They talk about the downstairs and the upstairs staff or residents, and the division of class was very, very, very obvious, but it seemed like they were treated extremely well, and not like they were demeaned in any way. They had a good living, and who wouldn't want? I mean, even if you were a servant to Lord Carnarvon, why wouldn't you want? I mean, you would have that experience would just be like none other, I think. And even during the Second World War, they talk about this, how these children, they came, and the whole depiction of when they made a hospital out of Downton, that's actually accurate. The children would come, they were displaced by the war, they might have lost their parents. There were some huge casualties during World War II. But World War II changed everything for Downton and Catherine, and I think that's when the divorce took place. But anyway, it's a very good book. I highly recommend it if you're a fan. It's only 300-something pages. It's a short read, and I'm actually going to read the leaflet on the back. A beautiful American heiress, a young lord, an English castle. Catherine Wendell was only 20 years old when she married Lord Porchester and became a chatelaine of Highclere Castle, the setting for Gillian Fellowes' Downton Abbey. Charming and charismatic, Catherine had caught the eye of Lord Porchester, or Porchy, as she called him, at a ball in 1922. They fell deeply in love, and less than a year later, Catherine found herself suddenly in charge of a small army of staff, hosting lavish banquets and weekend house parties at Highclere Castle. But as the 1920s drew to a close, Catherine began to lose her beloved husband to the distractions of London. When the Second World War broke out, Catherine's life at the castle would never be the same again. Drawing on the rich material from the private archives at Highclere, the current Countess of Carnarvon, okay, so that is written by the current Countess, transports us back to the alluring world of the real Downton Abbey. I found this, believe it or not, it was something I came across. I was just minding my own business. And you know how things go when you're at bookstores. You never know what you're going to find. It's always like going on a treasure hunt, which is why I love it. And this was at Half Price Books, and it just was sitting on a little display, and it's like, please buy me. You want to read me. I thought, oh, please, don't even talk to me in that wonderful accent that I just adore so much. Buy me! I thought, fine, I'll buy you. So I did, and I never regretted 1 second of it. It actually wasn't a bad price for a book, too. Paperback, soft cover, and 4 stars, 2 thumbs straight up, and it's just an outstanding book. Fantastic, marvelous, and I couldn't recommend it more than I do. But there's a special that was on TV. I'm gonna have to watch it. It's called The Weddings at Downton. I'll do a review of it once I've seen it. But it would probably explain Catherine's life a little bit better. The book is good though. The book is very distinct, clear. Series of events that Catherine would go to, and Porchy, and it's very splendiferous. It's nothing short of breathtaking. And someday, as it is on my bucket list, I hope that I can go to Highclere. But that's it for now. So until next time, live long and prosper. Ciao, tutti.